You made $5,000 this month. So why does your bank account say $200? Let's find out exactly where your salary is disappearing to. Today we're breaking down one of the most common money questions I get asked. Where does my salary go every month? If you've ever gotten paid, felt rich for about 2 days, and then wondered where it all went by the 15th, this one's for you. Stick around, because by the end of this, you'll know exactly where every dollar is leaking from your paycheck and how to stop it. Now here's the truth. Knowing where your salary goes is step 1. Step 2 is actually fixing it, and that's exactly what I break down every single week on this channel. If you want to stop living paycheck to paycheck and finally take control of your money, hit that subscribe button right now, turn on notifications, and I'll see you in the next video, where we fix this together. Alright, let's talk about the first place your salary goes. And honestly, it's the one nobody talks about enough. I call it the invisible rent. But it's not just your actual rent. It's everything that gets taken out of your paycheck before you even get a chance to enjoy it. Here's what I mean. The moment your salary lands in your account, there's already a line of people waiting to get paid. And you're at the back of that line. Your landlord wants rent. Your electricity company wants their bill. Netflix, Spotify, your gym membership, your phone plan, they're all quietly waiting to take their cut. And the wild part, most of us don't even feel it happening. It's automatic. It's silent. It's already gone before we've made a single conscious decision about our own money. Let's put real numbers on this so it actually clicks. Say you make $3,000 a month. Rent takes $200. Electricity and water maybe $150. Internet and phone, another $100. Then you've got 4 or 5 subscriptions running quietly in the background. Streaming services, cloud storage, maybe a subscription box you forgot you signed up for. Easily another $80 to $100. Add it up, and before you've bought a single coffee or gone out with friends, you've already spent close to $500. That's half your salary gone, without you making one single spending decision. And this is exactly why so many people feel broke, even when they're earning decent money. It's not that you're bad with money. It's that fixed costs move first, automatically and silently, while your brain is still thinking, okay, I got paid, let's see what I can do with this. By the time you start thinking about spending, half your salary has already left the building. Here's the practical part, the part that actually changes things. First, go check your bank statement right now, today, and list out every single fixed cost hitting your account. I promise you there's at least one subscription in there you forgot about. Second, ask yourself, does this fixed cost still deserve a spot in my life? Maybe that streaming service you haven't opened in 3 months needs to go. Maybe your phone plan is way more than you actually need. The goal here isn't to scare you into cutting everything. It's about awareness. Because you can't fix what you can't see. Once you know exactly where this invisible rent is going, you're no longer surprised on payday. You're in control. You're the one deciding where your dollars go, instead of your money quietly deciding for you. So before we jump into the next leak, and trust me, this next one is sneaky. Take 30 seconds, open your banking app, and just look. Awareness is where every single money fix begins. Let's talk about leak number 2. And this one is sneaky because it actually feels like a good thing when it's happening. It's called lifestyle creep, and it's the reason so many people get a raise, a promotion, a better job, and somehow still feel just as broke as before. Here's how it works. You're making $500 a month, and you're managing okay. Then you get a raise, and now you're making $200. That's an extra $700 a month. That's huge, right? That should feel like a game changer. But here's what actually happens for most people. Instead of that $700 going towards savings or paying off debt, it quietly gets absorbed into everyday life. You start eating out a little more. You upgrade your apartment. You get the newer phone instead of keeping the old one another year. You tell yourself, I earned this, I deserve it. And honestly, you do deserve nice things. But 6 months later, you're making more money than ever, and somehow you still have nothing left over at the end of the month. That's lifestyle creep in action. It's sneaky because it never feels like overspending. It feels like normal, reasonable upgrades. Nobody sits down and decides, I'm going to blow my raise. It happens one small decision at a time, a nicer car payment here, more takeout there, a slightly bigger apartment because, well, I can afford it now. And technically, you can. That's exactly what makes it so hard to catch. Let me give you a clear example. 2 people both get a $500 raise. Person A keeps their lifestyle exactly the same and puts that $500 straight into savings or investing. In 5 years, that's $30,000, not even counting growth. Person B lets their lifestyle slowly expand to match the new income. Nicer restaurants, small upgrades everywhere. And in 5 years, they've got the same salary as Person A, but zero extra savings to show for it. Same raise. Same amount of time. Completely different financial future. That's the real cost of lifestyle creep. It's not about the money you spend. It's about the money you never even noticed you had the chance to keep. So here's the practical move, and it's simple. Every time your income goes up, whether it's a raise, a bonus, a new job, before you let your spending adjust, pick a percentage first, even just 50% of that increase. Send it straight to savings or investments before it ever touches your everyday spending account. Let the other half go toward enjoying life guilt-free, because you've earned that too. This way, your lifestyle still improves, but it's not eating your entire financial future. The goal isn't to never upgrade your life. It's to make sure that when your income grows, your future grows with it, not just your expenses. Because more money should mean more freedom, not just a fancier version of feeling broke. Now let's talk about leak number 3, and honestly, this might be the sneakiest one of them all. The small purchase trap. This is the leak that doesn't show up as one big scary expense. It shows up as 100 tiny, harmless-looking ones. Think about your typical day. You grab a coffee on the way to work, $5. Around lunchtime, you're not in the mood to cook, so you order delivery, $12 plus a delivery fee plus a tip, so really more like $18. In the evening, you're scrolling on your phone and something catches your eye online. $15? That's on sale, might as well. None of these purchases feel like a big deal in the moment. That's exactly the trap. Each one individually feels too small to matter. But money doesn't care about how small each decision feels, it only cares about the total. Let's actually do the math, because this is where it gets eye-opening. Say you're spending an average of $15 a day on these little things. Coffee, snacks, delivery fees, random small buys. That doesn't sound like much, right? But $15 a day over 30 days is $450 a month. Over a full year, that's $400. That's a vacation. That's a chunk of an emergency fund. That's real money. And most people can't even tell you where it went because it never felt like spending. It felt like a bunch of small, forgettable moments. Here's why this trap is so powerful. Our brains are wired to evaluate purchases individually, not cumulatively. $5 feels like nothing compared to your paycheck. But your bank account doesn't experience your money as a paycheck sitting in one place. It experiences it as 1,000 tiny withdrawals, each one chipping away quietly. It's like a bucket with 100 tiny holes instead of one big crack. No single hole seems like the problem, but together, they drain the whole bucket. So here's the practical fix, and I promise it's simple. For 1 week, just 7 days, track every single small purchase you make. Every coffee, every delivery fee, every impulse buy. Don't change your behavior yet. Just write it down or use your banking app's transaction list. At the end of the week, add it all up. Most people are shocked when they see the real number, because in their head they were thinking, I don't really spend that much on little things. And the numbers tell a very different story. Once you can see it clearly, you don't have to cut everything out completely. Nobody's saying quit your morning coffee forever. It's about being intentional instead of automatic. Maybe you keep the coffee but cut delivery down to twice a week instead of daily. Small, aware adjustments like that can put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket every single month. Money that was never actually gone. It was just leaking out one small purchase at a time. Now let's get into leak number 4, and this one is basically the root cause behind everything else we've talked about so far. Having no budget, which means having no boundaries. Here's the thing nobody tells you about money. If you don't give it a job, it will find its own job. And usually, the job it finds isn't the one you would have picked. Without a budget, your salary doesn't sit there waiting patiently for you to make smart decisions. It flows toward whatever feels urgent, exciting, or emotionally satisfying in that exact moment. Something looks good online, you buy it. Friends invite you out, you say yes without checking your account. A stressful day happens, and suddenly retail therapy feels justified. None of these decisions are bad on their own. The problem is there's no system guiding them, so they just pile up. Think of it like driving without lanes on the road. Even a good driver, with no lane markings, no traffic signs, no boundaries, they're going to drift, not because they're reckless, but because there's nothing telling them where the edges are. That's exactly what happens with your salary when there's no budget. You're not a bad spender. You're just driving without lane lines, and by the end of the month, you look back and go, how did I end up all the way over here with no money left? Let's make this real. Imagine two people, same salary, $3,000 a month. Person A has no budget. They just spend based on how they feel day to day. Person B has a simple plan. Maybe 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings. Same income, but by the end of the month, person B knows exactly where every dollar went and still has money left over. Person A. They're checking their account on day 25 wondering where it all disappeared to. Same salary, completely different outcome. And the only difference is one of them gave their money direction. Now here's the good news. Fixing this doesn't require some complicated spreadsheet system or an accounting degree. It can be as simple as this: open your banking app right now and write down 3 categories: needs, wants, and savings. Needs are things like rent, groceries, bills. Wants are eating out, entertainment, subscriptions. Savings is anything going toward your future, even if it's just $50 a month to start. Then assign a rough percentage to each one based on your income. That's it. That's a budget. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist. Here's what changes once you do this: every purchase suddenly has context. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this?" which almost always feels like yes in the moment, you start asking, "Does this fit where I already said this money should go?" That one shift, from spending on impulse to spending with intention, is genuinely one of the biggest turning points in anyone's financial life. Your salary isn't the problem, the lack of a plan for it is. Alright, leak number 5, and this one hides in plain sight: debt payments quietly draining you every single month without you fully registering how much they're actually costing you. Here's what makes debt so different from your other expenses. Rent, groceries, subscriptions. Those feel like spending. But debt payments feel like an obligation, like something you just have to handle, so your brain kind of files it away as not really spending money, just paying what I owe. But that credit card bill, that car loan, that buy now, pay later plan you signed up for at checkout, those are all still leaving your account every single month, and often, they're taking a bigger bite than you realize. Let's break this down with real numbers, because this is where it gets uncomfortable. In a good way, because awareness is power. Say you've got a credit card balance of $2,000, and you're only paying the minimum, which is maybe $60 a month. Sounds manageable, right? But here's the part most people don't think about. A chunk of that $60 isn't even paying down what you owe, it's going straight to interest. Credit cards often charge somewhere around 20 to 25% interest a year, so you could be paying that $60 every single month for years and barely make a dent in the actual balance. That's not a payment, that's basically renting your own money back from the bank. Now stack that credit card payment with a car loan, maybe a personal loan, and 2 or 3 buy now, pay later plans running in the background for things you bought months ago. Suddenly you're looking at $400, $500, even $600 a month just going toward debt. And because none of these show up as one big scary number, because they're all spread out and automatic, it blends right into your normal expenses. You don't feel the weight of it because it's death by 1,000 small payments instead of one obvious hit. Here's the practical part, and this is genuinely one of the most powerful moves you can make. Sit down and list every single debt you have, the balance, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. Just seeing it all in one place, instead of scattered across different apps and cards, changes everything. Most people have never actually seen their full debt picture side by side, and once they do, that number becomes real instead of abstract. Once you can see it clearly, focus on one simple strategy. Pay off whichever debt has the highest interest rate first, while still making minimum payments on the rest. This is called the avalanche method, and it saves you the most money over time because you're attacking the debt that's costing you the most. Even putting an extra $50 or $100 a month toward that one high interest debt can shave years off how long you're stuck paying it. Debt isn't the enemy here. Unmanaged, invisible debt is. Once you see exactly what's leaving your account and why, you stop quietly bleeding money every month, and you start actually taking that money back for yourself. Now we've reached leak number 6, and honestly, this is the one that ties everything together. $0 going toward your future. Because here's the hard truth I want you to really sit with for a second: most people's salary is entirely built to help them survive the month, not to help them build a life. Think about everything we've covered so far. Rent and bills take their share. Lifestyle creep eats another piece. Small daily purchases chip away quietly. No budget means the rest just drifts wherever it feels like going. And debt payments are pulling from the leftovers too. By the time all of that is done, what's actually left for your future? For most people, the honest answer is nothing. $0. And that's not because they're bad with money. It's because their entire financial system was never designed to include their future in the first place. It's designed purely around getting through to the next payday. Here's why this is such a big deal. Let's say two people both earn the exact same salary, $3,000 a month, for 10 years straight. Person spends every single dollar every single month. Nothing saved, nothing invested. After 10 years, despite earning $360,000 total over that time, they have nothing extra to show for it besides whatever they bought along the way. Person B does one thing differently. They set aside just $200 a month, right from the start, into savings or investing. After 10 years, that's $24,000 just from contributions alone, and if that money was invested and growing over time, it could realistically be worth even more. Same income, same 10 years, completely different financial reality, and the only difference was choosing to pay their future self first. This is really the core problem with, where does my salary go every month? It's not really about coffee or subscriptions or debt individually. It's that your future was never even in the conversation. Your salary had a job for rent, a job for bills, a job for fun, but it never had a job for future you. The version of you who wants options, who wants an emergency fund so a car repair doesn't wreck your whole month, who wants to retire someday without panic. So here's the practical shift, and it's simpler than people think. The moment your salary comes in, before anything else touches it, send even a small amount, $50, $100, whatever you can realistically do right now, straight into a separate savings or investment account. Automate it if you can, so it happens before you even see the money in your main account. This is the pay yourself first principle, and it works because it removes willpower from the equation. You're not trying to save whatever's left over, because honestly, there's rarely anything left over. You're making your future a fixed expense, just like rent. That one shift, treating your future like a bill you have to pay, not a hope you have left over, is genuinely the turning point between a salary that disappears every month and a salary that actually starts building something for you. Look, your salary was never the problem. It's where it's been going without your permission. Now you know the 6 leaks, you know exactly where to look, and that means you're already ahead of 90% of people out there. So take control today, make one small change, and watch your money finally start working for you instead of just passing through you. Let's go build that future, $1 at a time.